Hello, hello. Good morning, friends. How are you this morning? I pray you are well. How is everybody today on this Wednesday? Good morning, good morning. Hey, Karen, good morning. Morning, Vicky. How are you? Jamie, good morning. Hey, your daughter Jen will be home Sunday night for the summer. Oh, that is a blessing. That's great news. Awesomeness. Donna, good morning to you. Hope you're well. Good morning, John. Hello, hello. Good to see you this morning. Hello, everybody. All right, let's get going this morning. It is a joy to see everybody on this, the 22nd day of June. We are in the last week of June here almost, so it is amazing that how quickly time is working away, but yet it is a joy that to spend it with you. Hope that you're having a good day. John's sitting down after dental cleaning, so anytime you get done with the dentist, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm still working through my sniffles here, so if I'm a little froggy, just rib it along with me. So yeah, nothing. Dunks and coffee, beautiful. So this morning, I want to take us to probably one of the most powerful and most quintessential psalms, which is the 104th Psalm of David. Hey, Jane, John, good morning to you. That and just how this opens. And one of the things we have to, we know about the Psalms is that the Psalms are a songbook, right? We know that they were the hymn book of the Jewish people, and in that they are song lyrics that we have lost the tune for. But also, as they were these unfoldings, they're also have certain parts of them have different purposes. And this in the 104th, there is this way in which is kind of laying out the organization of the universe. Like how is this thing put together anyway? And where is our role and our place in it? And just in the first few verses of the 104th Psalm, which, if you've ever been to kind of any traditional liturgy, you'll actually have, and any worship, this might sound familiar to you because it is the staple of the Book of Common Prayer and so many different pieces of religious tradition, because it anchors, it gives hold to what we're doing here and what this whole thing is all about in a way, and kind of the construction of it, kind of the little bit of a blueprint in this. So I'm just going to read the very beginning of it, just so that we can see that we can begin to see these elements at work and what that means. So the 104th Psalm of David. Bless the Lord, O my soul. O Lord my God, you are very great. You are clothed with splendor and majesty, covering yourself with light as with a garment, stretching out the heavens like a tent. He lays the beams of his chambers on the waters. He makes the clouds his chariot. He rides on the wings of the wind. He makes his messengers winds and his ministers a flaming fire. So that's 4 verses. There's many more. It goes on to lay out the foundations of the earth and all this. But this snapshot gives us an image of actually the creation of the universe, and not just to create not just that the universe is created, but kind of its organization. This cry that we might bless the Lord, O my soul, that we might offer up. Kind of start in the sense of when we open our soul, this is the organizational structure we find in it. That God is very great. Now, very great. Sometimes these great words are such weak ideas, but this idea that God is everything. God is all things. And you're clothed in splendor and majesty, covering with light with a garment, stretching out the heavens like a tent. So we have this majesty that's happening. We have this creation which stretches out like a tent, like we're in a big tent. And that the beams of his chambers on the waters, that foundation is given us, that everything in the sky and everything below, that everything that God actually contains the container too. Everything that's going to happen in this life, everything that's a part of life, all of the structures, all of the way in which it's fabric, it's all going to happen within the context of God's might and God's greatness. And then he makes the clouds his chariot. He rides the wings of the wind. He makes his messengers winds, and his ministers a flaming fire. This is like a little didaction down through the creation. The clouds his chariot, the angels and cherubim, the rides on the wings of the wind. The messengers are like the wind. These are kind of concepts of the angels. And yet his ministers a flaming fire. Who are his ministers? Who's God's ministers? Friends, God's ministers are you and me. God's ministers are you and me. We are the ones who are called to carry the fire in creation. His ministers are a flaming fire. You find this image in Cormac McCarthy's great book called The Road. If you've never read it or seen the movie, I advise reading it, but it is a powerful book about what it means to work, to move through. It's kind of this love letter between father and son, but it's this question about what does it mean to move through a hostile world, and what the father keeps saying to the son as he's getting him prepared for living in this world, as he's carrying for this post-apocalyptic world. I won't give you any spoilers, but it's this world that is post-apocalyptic. That becomes pretty apparent pretty quick in the book. And he says, and there's this one dialogue in which the son says, "We're going to be okay, aren't we, Papa?" "Yes, we are," says the father. "And nothing bad is going to happen to us." "That's right, because we're carrying the fire." "Yes, because we're carrying the fire." Friends, the very fabric of creation, the way things are laid out, and we can pick it out of the 104th Psalm, but we can find it again and again, is that you and I are fire carriers. We are bearers of holy fire. It's what we are and what we were made for. It is our appointed divine office. In all the things that are to be in this world, and all the things that we could be and that we are called to be, we are in the fabric of the way in which things are organized, in the great organizational chart of the universe. We are appointed carriers of the fire. And what does that mean? I think it means that we're inevitably going to encounter the darkness of the world. Heck, you only need to drive down Route 24 for a little ways before you're going to encounter some sort of craziness like that. It's not hard in our world right now to find some way in which there's going to be something that's coming undone or come undone, or that some darkness is going to kind of be upon us, that is going to be in us and or with us or attack us or simply surround us. And the question is, will we continue to carry the fire? Will we carry the fire? I want you to consider this. Consider it as a way of what we can think about when we kind of put our feet on the floor and we slide our toes into our little bunny slippers in the morning and we kind of head towards the coffee pot. We can ask ourselves this question: will we carry the fire today? Will we illuminate goodness in the place in which we stand, in the world in which we encounter, in the place will we carry the values of our, not only of our own heart and of our own faith and of our own being, but will we carry the values of our ancestors even? Will we give over to the darkness itself? Will we give over to cynicism? Will we give over to hopelessness? Will we give over to dereliction of the things that we're called to do? Will we lapse? Will we let the fire dim and extinguish? Or will we intentionally, every day, take up our divine office and simply say, today I carry the fire. Today I will carry the fire. The Cormac McCarthy book is an incredible kind of love letter to that notion and that idea. But, and we are a legacy people. There is not one of us that was not handed some fire by the people who came before us, with and through those ministers that came before us, through those appointed ones that may now dwell amongst the clouds, that we're a people that come from somewhere and are going to somewhere. You didn't just pop into existence. You know, our modernity would have us think that sometimes, that we're just this, bag of protoplasm with an urge to procreate, who's going to go do our thing in this world, and we're the individual, and we're not a part of a family, or not a part of a structure, or a part of a church, or a part of a society, or a part of a city, or a part of a place, or a part of anything that came before us, but I would suggest to you, you have been handed the fire by someone, and that you will hand the fire to someone one day. This is another great lesson from Cormac McCarthy in this journey. And I want to suggest to you this great hierarchy that we see in the 104th Psalm is one that we can live into today, that we can step into today, that we, in all of our journeying and all of our wandering, can step into, to be a part of the life of the fire. Carry the fire. Carry the fire in your days. Carry the fire in your life. Carry the fire in your heart, even when you're not feeling it, especially when you're not feeling it, because this isn't about feeling it. This is about making a conscious choice to say, my divine office, my divine office, the place in which God has placed me in the world, just below the angels, just above all of creation, that place is the place of the fire carrier. That place is the ministers who are flaming with fire. Light the world with the truth that you know. Love the world with the heart of Christ that beats in your chest. Minister to the world and illuminate it with the flame that you carry every day. Friends, my hope for you is that you'll encounter this. You'll encounter this reality not as some cosmic vision that was written many years ago, but as a lifestyle and as a way to move in this world as a carrier of the fire. All right, friends, that's my hope for you today. Peace and grace to you all, and we'll pick it up tomorrow with another 11:11.